Alright, we're back with the initial setup for the, what's it called? Contra Drive? Yeah, the Contra Drive. And I remember this from when I was in the day. I even got a little clip here. December 18th, 1988. I clipped this thing on out. And I was definitely taking notice and knew definitely about what was going on in the region back in the day. And I do remember this. Like I said, I think this is one of the scenarios that I did play when I had the game back in the 80s. So I'm kind of excited to get into it. Fortunately, we got all the counters. I don't know. Here I'm looking, thinking I got to make up a counter. I looked at my little counter thing there, and there was one sitting right here. It says I'm supposed to have 6 of these plus 2 of these, so we're all good to go. And 1 Special Forces. These are my available units for reinforcements. Or when it comes down to, it says available insurgency units, but these really aren't insurgency units. But I guess we'll be able to use any of these when it comes to the insurgency placement phase, and that's a nice little bunch there, especially with the paratroops. So this game is about to get really interesting. I can't wait to get it started. Let me get these things all set up and put into the insurgency placement part of the game turn record track. We'll be right back. All right, so we're all set except for, civilian military assistance can be placed at any airfield, I think. I'll look at specifics on that. And the same from here. But it does say, when it comes to these units here, Eastern Honduras. Okay, well, I guess we'll cut Honduras in half and put them in the East. I'm not sure about that. I guess I just can't be over here. They got to be over this way. And these are Honduran air units that would be available. Man, it'd be nice to have those because we don't have any real air assets. I guess we did have those AC-47 gunships. That number you want to look at right there will be the number in the lower left. Is its combat. I think that A means it's single, and you have a B or C, and I think that means the numbers can be doubled if it's a B or C. I'm not really sure. A might even be doubled. I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but there's a doubling and all that with that number next to it, or that letter next to it. So that is about it. We get to place this here. Let me look around. Like I said, the orange spots are big 5-point victory hexes, and the gray blocks are the supply sources. I'll post the victory point totals up here like I do for every game, so I can just glance on over to it. But here we are, and just initially looking, you can see, as they said, in eastern Nicaragua, I guess is where the offensive is going to come from. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 FDN units that are already in country, or 7 hexes that have FDN units in them that are already in country. They'll start out with the scenario already ready to attack, so we'll check it on out. ARDN units here, entrenchment here. This is big for the Sandinistas. Entrenchment here, and these big spots here right over the border. All right, this little drop through. We might go over and mess with the little. We got all weekend, and I got an extra day off. So this is a nice 4-day weekend for me. Oh, I could use it too, but I looked at my schedule, and I wasn't scheduled. So I called them on it, and they said, yeah, we're going to try to get your truck ready for you. There's a certain job we do. It's called chip seal. If you ever watch the movie Cool Hand Luke, in the beginning of the game, or beginning of the movie, they're chip sealing a road. But they're on a chain gang, and they got to do it by hand with shovels. We got a big machine that does it. But it's really good work. I really enjoy it. It gives you a break from the asphalt and all that other aspects. It gives you a break from the grind of some really hard work to maybe a little bit of a gravy train. So they know I like it, and they're going to get my truck ready. They tried modifying it for a chipping job, but it didn't work out. It didn't fit right. It was too loose. So hats off to them. They're going to try to get me set up. But unfortunately, my truck will be down for a few days, and I'm hoping not long. But if it's too long, I told them I'd drive another truck. We really don't like driving other people's trucks, but some guy's on vacation, and I could use his. So we're going to take advantage and enjoy the midsummer. Some midsummer gaming. We'll be back. All right. If you like Hex Encounter, good old-fashioned war game, you've come to the right place for this game. Central America is where it is at, and we're getting ready. We're expanding our game here. I think this is like our third scenario. We start out small, infancy, and you have to work your way up into bigger steps, but it's been a good game every scenario we've had. Now we're expanding the map a little bit. Earlier we were just right here in El Salvador. Now they've taken the battle to the Sandinistas in Nicaragua. Alright, what you're seeing here are the Contra forces. Let me try to point out the border to you here. Between Honduras and Nicaragua. Here we go. Border coming on up through here. Big bases right here. This if I was the Sandinistas, I'd put everything I can just to get this right here. Anyway, here you go on down here. Alright, now these blocks represent orange block key victory point hexes. You get 5 victory points, I think, as soon as you capture those, so we'll definitely be concentrating on those. Gray blocks indicate, and you can see it because they have it outlined in green. They indicate Sandinista supply sources, so I think I get victory points for that also. Purple units shouldn't really be on there yet. You're supposed to deploy them when the Sandinistas attack Honduran forces. Well, I guess you have to have them on there for them to attack them. So anyway, here's where they will be deployed if there's any time they're attacked by the Sandinistas. It might be whenever the Sandinistas go into Honduras or Costa Rica. I'm not sure. Let me find this out real quick. I'll be right back. All right, Honduras and Costa Rica begin the game as neutrals. Their units are not set up until reinforcement phase of the turn in which a communist regular unit enters either neutral country. Okay, that's what it is. So if they do go across the border to get those Contras, Honduras can come on in. I could use those units. Once either country's neutrality is broken, Honduran and Costa Rican units can attack communist units inside their countries normally. They can never enter Nicaragua, however. Alright, this tells you where the communist ground units enter Honduras or Costa Rica. Communist ground units that enter Honduras or Costa Rica can freely attack. Oh, so they could, communists can go into Honduras or Costa Rica, but Costa Rica and Honduras can't go into Nicaragua. Oh, that's kind of cool. In these countries, however, they can never attack Honduras and Costa Rican ground units, although they defend. Okay, well, there you go. All kinds of idiosyncrasies, but that's pretty much it. You got your, whoops, excuse me. Ignore this, it's the next scenario, but here you go on up here and you got more criteria for victory conditions. Now, in this game, the Allied order of battle is always right here. We have to go to the, go to the insert for the communist order of battle for this one. So they do it differently here. Instead of putting it all on page, I don't know, you have to go to the insert. And the insert's got all kinds of idiosyncrasies for the communists too, but I think we're pretty well caught up here. Oh, these units here have to go with can be deployed free. They say this. Here's another good one. Deploy freely with FDN forces in Honduras. Well, deploy them in either one of these hexes. That's basically where there are no FDN other units in it. Because believe me, I've been looking at some nice spots. Now, I was able to, let me see here. Freely deploy. Deployed in any air faculty in eastern Honduras with Allied supply source. And that's a Southern Airways supply. And that's one C-123 with the supply source. And we went ahead and picked this little spot up here right across the border. It's got a nice little air facility there. So there we go. Zoom out a little bit more so you can see where that's at compared to the rest of the map. Alright, now, like I said, these forces here are deployed out to find out what's going on with the CIA electronic warfare counter, find out how that sucker works and everything. And then I want to group my air units into air groups on the map. So we got a little bit more housekeeping to do before we actually set up the communist forces. A little ways yet till we get to the start of the game, but I'm just giving you little drop-ins because we're having fun here. We got a little extra day off. Is a gaming day written all over it. Busted my butt yesterday. Oh shoot, it was hot. Oh, it's dangerously hot out there, and I had to do all my outside chores. So we're glad to be in here in a nice AC, playing Central America. We'll be right back. All right, so we have gotten all of our units deployed, ready to go. The CIA unit went here. Well, I'll show you what the deal is with the air groups. Air groups represent the faculties where the air units are. Instead of keeping them all on the map, we got their little air group marker here. So the CIA unit went to air group 3. Oh, so he's back here. And you can see on some of these air groups, I got the Honduran air units mostly on air group 1 and 2. So you got air group 1 and 2, and they can't do anything until unless the Sandinistas cross over into Honduras, then I can activate them. On my vassal mod, I don't have these units here yet. I don't want to. Well, let me think. Well, let me look here again. Available, Honduras. Yeah, they were marked on here, so he knows where these units are. I guess I could go ahead and put it on the vassal mod. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But what he doesn't know is where I deployed the Honduran air units. And you can see their air groups. And the only ones that are on top are the single units for the civilian military assistance. He knows all about those, but the purple units for the Hondurans cannot be activated until their neutrality has been violated. Same way for Costa Rica, but Costa Rican units only consist of these 2 units here. This is the extent of the Costa Rican forces in this game. Not much. Country has a very small military budget, I guess. Alright, well there we are. We are set up. I'm going to study this map for a little bit. Check out, I got my air units all set up. And the only thing we're waiting on now is I'm going to look on order of battle and deploy the Sandinista FSLN forces, I believe. That's what they are. But there you go. We will have 4 air groups. And they will consist mostly of U.S. supplied air units for the Sandin. Let me make sure I got all the air units on here. Yeah. Oh, no. There's one here. Make sure I got them all. Helicopters stay in their little spots, but this unit here goes in the available 1. Missed one. Put these guys on top because, like I said, the Honduran forces aren't available yet. But at the same air faculty, we have an FDN U.S. supplied C-47 and a civilian military assistance C-23. There you go. Civilian military assistance, I am thinking, is just private people, private companies, probably from Texas. Some Texas oil, some good old hardcore anti-communists, I guess. They're just, civilian military assistance, CMA. Maybe it was official or what, or maybe it was a charity program. I have no idea, but they have money and they were donating some good air units. All right, let's see here. That's about it. We're ready to go. Next step is to deploy the communist forces. Give you a good look at what's going on here. Like I said, the blocks are the spots that are valuable. Yeah, big spot right there, right over the border. We'll be right back. All right then. Air groups are set up. Everyone's set up. All I have to do now is set up the communist units. I've updated the vlog on the vassal mod, and although I did not put the purple units on the vassal mod, they're a set spot. I have no choice in where I could put them. So if he wants to on his mod, he can see where they're at. But they're not supposed to be on there or deployed until after the neutrality's been violated. But I got them all on there anyway. So as soon as or if he does, we'll be able to activate the units. And I definitely would like to activate those air units, but I think it said that I'll have to look at the politics of it. I'm not sure if the Hondurans can attack Nicaraguan units. I'm not. We'll find out. But anyway, those that Honduran Air Force is looking mighty nice. Although we do have some good AC-47 gunships. That's a transport version. Here you go. A bunch of Air Group 3 has got all my big gunships. I should have maybe got them a little bit closer to the action. That's another thing. I don't have any fighter cover for them. They're out there on their own. Oh, look at what kind of Air Force the Nicaraguans have. But yeah, the only thing I got is transports for my side and AC-35 or whatever those AC-47 gunships. No fighter capability. That'll have to come from the Nicaraguan or the Honduran Air Force if it can. I was looking, like I said, at the politics of it. But we do have some good offensive helicopter capability. Now, I'm sure the Nicaraguans have the Hinds. We do not have any Cobra companies or battalions. The only thing we got is that, this unit right here, which is really valuable. Where is he at? Right there. We'll take a close look at him. They got a couple transport Hueys, but that's it. This one here is really good because it is looks like it's a Chinook, but it must have some kind of armament on there because it does have that lower left-hand 1A, and that bottom, or that's the numbers in the middle. The one in the box is its carrying capacity. The 2 means it's also got a bombardment value, so it can provide close air support and close combat support, which gives it not an odds modifier, not an odd shift in its favor, but a box shift in its favor. So there you go. All right, we are ready to deploy the communist forces. Hopefully get this game on. We'll be right back with some really good Central America back in the 80s combat. Well, you know, I placed it up here thinking it'd be safe. Just don't leave it there for long. Yeah. Nightmare scenario. Wargaming faux pas. On with the game. Alright then. Order in the court. Order in the court. Not odor, but order. We're ready. We got it all set up. And I don't know, I think this was just a generic box. I don't know why they gave you little dice holders here, because you only need one die in this game, a 6-sider. But yeah, we're all back together, ready to go. As a matter of fact, I got it better ordered. It was kind of out of order, or units where they shouldn't be, so in a way it wasn't too bad. It only took me about, what was it? I started at 11 and it's 4 o'clock now, so nah, just kidding. It wasn't that bad at all. All right, we're going on. We got some. We were in the middle of deploying the communist units, and let me give you a quick little look here. There you go. They have got it set up. They have got some nice, strong units, 2, 3, 4 units. All mine are usually 1, 2, 4s or something like that. So remember their regular units, SAM sites, fortifications. What else we got here? Some of their nice spots they got garrisoned. Let's go on up here. This nice little place here has got a anti-aircraft unit and a Cuban engineer unit. There you go. Look at this units here. Infantry, anti-aircraft, and a Hind company. So yeah, we're getting it all deployed. Got a little bit more deployment to make before we were so rudely interrupted. Way back. Okay, I believe we're ready to go for the scenario number, let me see here, number 6, the Contra Drive, the Central America game. The communists are deployed, and man, they got some strong units. And most of their key spots here, you can see some of them are left vacant, but the ones over here, let's just take a look here at this little spot right here. They got anti-aircraft, Cuban engineers. Up here in this spot, we have an infantry brigade, nice infantry brigade, and a SAM site. So they are definitely well defended. Here we got a couple brigades with a combination defense factors of 6, which is strong in this game, and a SAM site. So there you go. I mean, they got it pretty well set up. We're down here in the south. We can look at, he's got the borders set up here with, well, just a couple of units, but they still have a nice defense factor of 3 in this game. That's strong. And here you got a nice little base here. They got an infantry brigade, another SAM site, another unit's close by. Let me show you. He will freely be able to deploy these units. And look at his Air Force. Oh my God. Wow. The numbers you want to look at are the ones in the corner here. I don't know if that A means double or just it keeps it single, but yeah. It's their air-to-air combat factor. I have no fighters, so I have no air units, so he'll be tearing me up. He's got total air dominance. They do a transport capability. I don't know what the heck up with this one. Oh, electronic warfare? Yeah, electronic warfare, EW unit. So he's got a jamming unit here, another jamming unit here. Well, he's got 2 of them. So we can freely deploy those. These are his available insurgency units. So when it comes to his insurgency placement phase, he'll have all these units to place. Oops, sorry about that. But yeah, he should enjoy this game. He's definitely got the assets. I've complained last time. This game is a combined arms game where you want to use your insurgency units, your artillery, your electronic warfare, your air assets, air support, your helicopter support. I mean, you got all kinds of column shifts, or rather, I'm going to quit saying column shifts, box shifts. Column shifts and odd shifts get me in trouble. When you shift, you're only shifting a box, not all the way over here, skipping this box like we've been doing. Also, first turn reinforcements, second turn reinforcements. So with these units here, he's got an artillery. He'll be getting a column shifter modifiers, column shifts, anti-aircraft, armor into the game. I don't know how good that's going to be in some of these terrains, but there you go. He's also got some more Hind D battalions. So that is first turn reinforcements, second turn reinforcements, third turn, fourth turn, and I believe fifth turn. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. We will have to roll for weather in this game too. But I'm going to go ahead and put these units on back. I got to transfer all this info over onto Vassal. But we'll call this a video. Little pre-Contra Drive. Getting on the big map here in Central America. We'll be back.